Is simple out there in the ninth inning. A new champion crown tonight. The Houston Astros taking it all in history now, making their first World Series of franchise history. Of course, that news, a heartbreak for local Dodger fans.
Yeah, 23 ABC's Natalie Tarangeli shows us how one neighborhood in the northwest of Bakersfield watched Game 7 in a very unique way. And she joins us now live in our Live Center. Natalie.
Despite the ending of that game, that group of local Dodgers fans watched the game with a stadium-like feel without having to make the drive to Los Angeles. Here's some pictures of how they watched Game 6 yesterday. They were all set up on their driveway, and there's that big screen that they get that stadium-like feel without traveling. And 60 or 70 people gathered on Paul Rogers' driveway to watch the game. The group gathering again tonight for Game 7.
When it comes to Halloween, this neighborhood in Northwest Bakersfield is big on tradition. This year extending the tradition one more day for Game 7 of the World Series.
Go, go, go! Oh, man.
They call themselves the Bako Bums, getting together on Halloween night and watching a game from the driveway.
Go Dodgers!
The big screen, the garage door.
This is a projector that a buddy of mine brought down 14 years ago, and he never got it back. We're still using it.
Whether football is on, or basketball, or baseball like on this year's Halloween, dozens of people come over to watch together.
Everybody knows we have it every year. It's an annual. We don't really invite anybody. People just show up.
This year, the tradition continued into Wednesday because they're all huge Dodgers fans. One of the Bako Bums, Garrow Ellis, realizing many of his neighbors also root for the boys in blue.
I go, it's like little Brooklyn. People just, you open up the gate and people start showing up to watch the game. So we had the sign made as Little Brooklyn Dugout.
Ellis watched 155 Dodgers games this season, so their Game 6 win was extra special because it was also his birthday.
When you're a fan and you get that type of win, it means a lot. I mean, there might have been a few tears shed.
Ellis even turning down tickets to Game 7 at Dodger Stadium to be with the Bako Bums instead.
But to go and not be part of the 7th game with these guys means more, I think.
Even though the Dodgers fell short to the Astros, the group says the tradition will continue.
Most neighbors would complain, but we're a Dodger neighborhood.
The Bako Bums were still in good spirits even though they didn't get to see the Dodgers win the World Series. They said just watching them get as far as they did to Game 7 was an experience in itself. In the Live Center, Natalie Tarangeli, 23 ABC.